Hello, my name is Jonas. Today I'm going to talk about why I actually like the expensive CFast 2.0 cards. So, since I bought the Canon XC10, I had to get some CFast 2.0 cards to be able to record in 4K. The camera also has a SD card slot, but it only records in 1080p to the SD card slot. Now, these cards are quite expensive, and in the beginning I didn't really understand why you would have to get such expensive cards to record at the bitrate that's available. Now, in 4K mode the bitrate is quite high, 305 megabits per second, but it's not that high. And when I record 50 frames per second 1080p video to my Blackmagic Video Assist in ProRes HQ, the bitrate is higher than on the XC10 in 4K. It's 367 megabits per second compared to 305 of the XC10. And on the Video Assist you use SD cards, which are cheaper than the CFast cards. I use these SanDisk Pro Extreme Pro cards, and for 128 gigs it's cheaper compared to this Lexar CFast 2.0 cards, which is only 32 gigabytes. Now, what I have found when I've been using the Canon XC10 and the CFast 2.0 cards is that when you offload your media to an external hard drive and you use a fast SSD drive, the times are much faster compared to when offloading from an SD card. And if you're out in the field and under time pressure, this can be quite important. Now, you could argue that if you would be using SD cards, you could buy more SD cards and maybe wouldn't have to offload your footage quite as often, because you could buy more for the same money. But that's another question. So I thought it would be fun to do a simple test and see what's the time difference between offloading media from the SD card and a CFast 2.0 card. I will be using this Samsung SSD drive. It's a Samsung T3 500 gigabytes, which I also use to edit my videos from. I often offload footage to this hard drive, or to this SSD I should say, and also to a backup drive, because you always want to offload footage to two drives before deleting from the memory card. Now you could offload to one of these drives and keep the SD cards, then you have a backup to be safe, or use two of these drives if you need the space on the card. So let's start with the SD card. It is 18.73 gigabytes, and let's see how long it takes. 3, 2, 1, go. It says roughly about 3 minutes. And we finished at about 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Now let's compare to the CFast 2.0 card. 3, 2, 1, go. And it says less than a minute. It's going quite fast. 7 gigabytes already. Now you can't see the speed, but we can calculate that afterwards. Over 10 gigabytes, 11. So it's quite a lot faster than the SD card. We can already see that. 10 seconds. And we have to be ready. 5 seconds. And pause. So, around 47 seconds compared to 3 minutes and 20 seconds of the SD card. So as you can see, if you would have bigger cards, more data, this would make a huge difference when offloading your footage. Now we can do a quick calculation. Let's see how fast it was. So say around 18 gigabytes and 47 seconds. So around 380 megabytes per second. That's, I guess it could be even faster with, I don't know if it would be faster with an even faster hard drive, or SSD I should say, or if it's the USB 3 that's the limit, or if it's the card. But if we would calculate, let's see, 3 minutes and 20 seconds, it's 200 seconds, 18 gigabytes. So the SD card was around 90 megabytes per second. And that's good also, because that's the spec of it. But you see, the CFast 2.0 card is quite a bit faster. So that's basically it for the video. Just a quick test to show you one benefit of CFast 2.0 cards. Be sure to comment if you have any questions or thoughts. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.